I will take not having to work so hard tomorrow.
Come on in, Caleb. Does he do everything Chris does in the morning, or does he show up?
No, so he'll come in an hour before we open. So pretty much as we get on site and do all the
Does he drive to the site or drive to your house?
drives to the site, depending on where we're at. So if we're far, so like when we go down to Cassopolis, he'll drive to the house and ride down with us. Just doesn't make sense for him to drive down separate. So.
If you have, let me ask you this: if you have somebody that can't do that, so let's say he had something where he couldn't get to your house that early and wanted to drive by himself.
Fine. He can. I'm not paying him to drive down there.
Okay, that's what I was
wondering. If he wants to come to the house and ride down with us, I will pay him for the ride down and back. Because he's going to start working earlier than he would normally.
Gotcha.
Is how I see it. So,
like I have one girl who ride with me anywhere I go. I have another one that prefers to drive herself.
So, I guess the way I see it is, if you are in the company vehicle, you're getting paid. You're on company time at that point. So.
Did you see Num Num's recent post about problems?
No.
He's got what, 3? He's got like one food truck, and I think he's got 3 trailers, and 2 tow vehicles have blown engines.
Oof.
And I think the third one has a blown transmission.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's like not good.
Oof.
And he says he wouldn't call them high mileage cars.
Fords?
No, Chevys.
It's Friday Chevys.
Damn, I'm looking at his schedule. I just don't know how he does it. Jeez, Pete.
Patty Matters has 4 events in one day this coming up week. Lunch and dinner twice for both her trucks. Lunch and dinner for each of her trucks. I can't wait to get there. I'm very much looking forward to it. Because that means I get to hire more people.
So you hire people, do you train them to
now we just kind of figure it out.
I wasn't done yet.
Well, you're talking so slow.
That's how I talk.
Cadence. You got a weird cadence today.
I'll deal with it.
No, Justin left us. He's had enough.
Do you train them to pull a trailer? Or will you train them to pull a trailer? Let's do that.
Will I train them to pull a trailer?
Correct.
I mean, I did that with Chris. Chris had never pulled a trailer in his life before.
Okay.
There's not really anything to know. I mean,
you're pulling a 30-foot trailer. It's kind of intimidating. You don't think so?
I think it's more. How do you train somebody not to be intimidated?
Get him behind the wheel.
Exactly. That's all you can do. It's not like I think I vaguely remember taking Chris to a parking lot. We drove around a parking lot so he could get a feel for it, and then we were off.
I say that because Num Num, I asked him, they just put people in the truck and tell them to go. I've seen some of his people freaking back up a trailer, and it's like scares me.
Some people just can't do it. We have barbecue friends that can't do it. Mike Terry.
How dare you throw his name out there? It is funny to watch him do it, though.
Yeah.
Or was funny.
Justin switched over to YouTube. He said, some do for sure in regards to egos. He got gold in 2 categories today from a best of.
Congratulations.
Posted something today, but that's probably all I will post about it. He said he's still here. When we got Best of the West for food truck a couple years ago now, they sent us a little window cling, and it's in our window. It still is. But other than that, I mean, I've got the major award certificate in a frame on the wall. They sent it in a frame. I don't know that I would have gone out and bought a frame for it. It probably would have just been a thumbtack in the wall above, Yeah, they're nice to have, and it's nice to kind of throw it out there, and people see your name and connect to it, and that's good. But yeah, I don't. It's nothing that we. It's nice to have them. It's nothing that we are looking to get, even though it's done the right way, at least in West Michigan. So where you're not paying for votes type of thing. So, but yeah, back to the whole training. Thank you for the like, Daniel. Training somebody to drive a trailer. I think every time I posted a job, I have posted that comfortability driving a trailer, pulling a trailer, a plus type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely not going to let anybody fly solo without me being in the vehicle with them first.
Maybe that's where I was getting to.
Yeah, I don't like the way Chris drives or Caleb drives, especially the trailer. Yeah, Steve Coddington. Good morning, Bubba. Or afternoon.
You know, Bubba ain't working on a Monday.
He says from up north. He must be on vacation. Yeah, they both break a little hard. So, a little harder than I would like.
So now do you know that's one of the reasons that I didn't want to hire somebody is I couldn't take them to a parking lot, and I couldn't.
Yeah, I mean that's fine, but that's not going to be. That's not part of the interview process, right?
No, but it seems like the only time I ever need somebody is if something like this happens.
Steve
right?
Can't hear me. Why can't you hear me, Steve?
Well, he is getting old.
Yeah. I know my microphone's a little low on the TikTok side. I guess it was because let me double check. I had some problems with when I rebooted. Hello, hello, hello.
I hear you.
I know. And that's what matters. My microphone all the way up. And it is showing that there is sound coming through. What? I check my internal windows. Probably something got screwed up with. Whatchamacallit. With the patches and everything that happened. I wonder if my microphone got reset for volume.
Probably.
Oops. Micro. Hello, puppy.
My dog.
Yeah, I figured.
Not really my dog. It's the dog we've been watching for a year. Go.
There we go.
Oh, there you are. Whoa. Whatever you did, I hear you now.
Is that better, Bubba? I'm sure it is. Much better.
Anyway,
hello, everyone.
So hiring somebody that I feel comfortable to drive a trailer, whether I'm in the cab or not.
Right.
That's because I can always send somebody to work the trailer. It's making sure that it gets to where it needs to go in one piece. Wow, can definitely hear that. Anyway.
I mean, it took Chris a while to be comfortable. And especially backing it back into the driveway. I mean, that was the biggest hurdle, was reparking it.
You haven't seen my driveway. I still got shaken every day by it. That was going to be part of the thing this year. After this month, was I was going to put in a new driveway that would be easier to back into, and well, that ain't happening.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of thing is always is the harder harder thing to get through. And the only thing that's going to make that better is just doing it over and over and over and over again, you know? So now that he's doing it pretty much every day,
yeah,
he's backing in on the first try just about every time, or close to it. Shit, I don't pull in perfectly every time, you know, and that's what I tell him. It's like, you know, I have to start over a couple times because it gets loose on me, or you know, I lose it off to the side or something like that. But yeah, I mean, the main thing is take care of the trailer, take care of the truck. Don't drive it like it's a business vehicle, please. Drive it like your livelihood depends on it. That's kind of what I tell them. Because this thing gets wrecked, we're all out of a job.
Yeah.
So, which I think, you know, kind of drives home the point, you know, of, oh, well, we should probably drive a little more carefully than we maybe do. Not drive like we drive our personal vehicles. I think once people have a good understanding of how the vehicles stop, making turns, and that kind of thing, I think the rest of it's not too different. My trailer pulls extremely well.
Yeah, mine does too.
It travels very well. It travels well at highway speeds. For the most part, it doesn't get squirrely.
Yeah.
You definitely notice it in the wind, and that's, I mean, shit. There's days that I'm white knuckling driving down the highway on a windy day, where I'm fighting wind to stay in my lane, type of thing. And I would expect anyone to be that way. There's been days where it's been like that, and I've driven out to wherever dinner is, and hopped in the truck and drove back instead of having Chris do it, because he's not comfortable. And that if you have somebody that's comfortable saying, I'm not comfortable driving in these conditions, then yeah, it's going to be an inconvenience for you to have to go out and get the trailer.
For sure.
But
I agree with that.
It's not going to happen all the time, hopefully. Yeah, it's something you're going to have to ease into. And that's, yeah, the first day that I didn't go anywhere, like I did the morning stuff, and then the trailer went away. And then it's a long 8 hours before it comes back. It's like checking sales just to make sure that they got somewhere and are open and not, you know, in a ball of wreckage on the highway type of thing. So yeah, it's, it'll be fine. Everything will be fine.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's your biggest hang up, if you're more hung up over that than, you know, them providing the standards that you have set forth and have provided to your customers, then I think you're doing okay.
That is definitely my number one.
Is the vehicle?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, because that gets ruined, and
yeah, then I'm up a creek without a paddle.
I mean, if they're screaming at every other customer and giving them shit ass food, I mean, you can fix that.
Yep. Exactly.
But you can still go. You can still go out the next day.
Exactly. Just might not go to that spot again. That's all. I mean,
yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I think you're ready. I think.
Yeah, I'm not worried about hiring somebody. I'm not worried. I'm worried about hiring somebody that I can't stay with for at least I would have to stay with them for like a month before I would trust them to drive my truck and trailer somewhere.
But once you get there,
once I get there, then it'll be definitely a...
Man, the freedom is so nice, dude.
I bet it is. But see, one thing last week that I think my mom touched on when she said 2 different business models.
Yeah.
I don't know if you understood what she meant by that. Basically, is your goal is to be off the truck. Your goal is to not have to step on the truck again. And that's not my goal. I want to be on the truck.
Yeah, I mean,
so I think that's where she was coming from with 2 different business models. So like you're talking about freedom. The freedom I definitely see is there, but it's not. I don't have the young kids that you do. You know, that use the family time.
That's nothing to do with it.
Oh,
It's me not having to work 120 hours a week and still be able to grow the business further. It's not that I don't want to be on the truck. I want to see how far we can take this.
True.
I never envisioned one truck. Never thought it would only be one truck. And that was my goal from the start.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't be on 5 trucks. I can't be on one truck and manage 5 trucks.
No, and so you have to have the right people in place. I get that.
Right. So
it's like having 5 restaurants, 5 managers.
So from the point that I started, that was the direction it was going, and that was the business decisions that were made to get on the right track to get there, which is why Chris was on so early. And open a what? Open a restaurant? Is that what you're talking about, Bubba? I'm guessing he autocorrected or did not autocorrect. He retracted the message. What was I saying?
Goals.
Probably most people would have said that he was grossly overpaid in relation to the sales that we were doing the first couple of years. And really, I was probably pushing 50% on payroll.
Yeah.
I'm doing 100-hour weeks now, Bubba. 100-hour weeks don't scare me. It's not the greatest thing in the world, but
when do you count your time? You count your time from when you light the smoker, put everything
when
on?
I wake up to when I go to bed, pretty much.
Okay.
Anytime that I'm working, that I'm doing business-related items, it counts as work.
Yeah, so if you're up at 4 and you go to bed at 9.
I'm on the trailer by 3:30 every morning.
Oh, you went backwards.
My alarm goes off at 3:15. I'm on the trailer by 3:30.
Okay.
And that is because of kids scenario. So with Angie now driving to Lansing almost every day to go to work, me trying to make sure that I'm in the house by 6 o'clock. So I'm giving myself a little extra buffer in case, things are running slow in the morning. So I'm getting up 15 minutes early. But for the last couple of years, the alarm's been going off at 3:30, on the trailer by 3:45. It takes me 15 minutes to throw clothes on and walk outside.
And that's if he ever throws clothes on.
Yeah. So
have you ever woke up really late and forgot the clothes?
No. I've gone outside in my underwear though before. When I look at my phone and the smoker's at like 180 degrees, I'm like, oh shit.
Cold.
Let's go get this taken care of real quick. Yeah, so so right now in a typical week, I'm still doing 72 hours. 72 to 75 hours. And that's pretty much 3:30 to on the trailer, 3:30 to 8ish. And then other items, shopping, the days that I do go to service, all the Facebook stuff, all the other marketing stuff we do, the promotional, the Canva stuff that we're trying to get better at, social media stuff that we're trying to get better at. Yeah, it's all work. So count the time, Back when it was me and Chris, it was easily 130 hours a week when I was doing all the other stuff plus doing service all day long. So that's the part that I want to get away from. It's not that I don't want to provide food for people and be the one to provide it for them, because I still enjoy it. It's what drives me. But I don't need to be the only person doing it, and I don't need to be the person doing it at all, because I still see the results of the work that is being done. So, and I think that is, without you being offended, I think part of wanting to be the face of the business is a little bit of an ego thing, and that's fine. And you should be proud of it, and you want people to know that it's you that is behind it. And I think perfectly normal thing. And it's just not. It's not something I crave or do. Yeah, it's nothing I crave anymore. I mean, when Chris used to say it was his truck, just in conversation, like, it bothered me the first year, but we were COVID. There's a lot of other shit going on. Like, I didn't feel like I had an ownership of a whole lot in my life at that point in time.
Yeah.
um, so don't you try to take my fucking truck. I
got one thing. I got a truck and my pair of underwear.
This is all I need. So yeah, it's. I don't want to say I'd never want to step on the truck again. That's because that's never the case. I will always be customer service driven. I just don't need to see it 3 feet away from me. I'm okay observing it from 50 feet.
I get it.
I'm okay being at a food truck festival and being outside the truck and observing what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So, or, hopping on our cameras inside the trailer and watching things from there. As I'm managing the 100 other things that we got going on, hopefully. So, but at this point, expansion is almost feels like it's being forced on me by our customers. So, I'm saying no way too often right now. I could have easily have booked another 100 lunch locations this year. Without a doubt, 100 of them.
And how many of those would have been worthwhile?
Define worthwhile. Where they make money?
Yeah, worthwhile for a lunch, whatever I guess you think your average lunch is.
They don't need to be average lunches. That's different than worthwhile. I don't need to pull $1,000 lunch on a second trailer. 100 lunches at $500 a piece is $50,000.
Which doesn't pay for the trailer.
In a year, okay. I don't need to pay for the trailer in a year.
Yeah, I don't. What you just said to me doesn't make a lot of sense. How your customers are the ones that are forcing you to expand because you're having to turn down lunch opportunities.
I turn down so much stuff, Skippy. It is unreal.
But is it just lunch locations or dinner locations?
It's all kinds of stuff.
Are you turning down catering?
Yes.
Why? You have enough.
I don't, Skippy. I only have so much space to cook stuff. I can't do 2 different 300-person catering jobs at the same time. You want to see how many days I have 2 or 3 weddings going on? I can't do more on these days. I have 3 weddings on the 13th of September.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah. Friday the 13th.
But it's more. But how many people total between all 3?
I have no idea at this. I don't remember. But
I get it. I think if you wanted to, if you're turning down that many weddings or that many guaranteed money options, you would have found a way to upgrade your equipment in order to be able to do those, because that's guaranteed money. That's not setting up at a lunch somewhere, spending $50,000 for another trailer when you can spend, $10,000 for a new smoker that has a bigger capacity.
I don't need to spend another $50,000 on a trailer. I don't need the same trailer I have now.
I'm okay. 25, 20, okay. 10, whatever.
All right.
But no matter what, if you buy another trailer, you're still going to have to upgrade your capacity to cook.
Mm-hmm.
So wouldn't you want to upgrade first, take all the guaranteed money?
I'm already doing that this year.
Okay. I guess I don't. If you're turning down so many opportunities, why wouldn't you have done that already?
Because I don't have space.
Okay.
To put
now it's a smoker. Space thing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm just wondering because saying that your
Okay,
customers are
whoa. Back
forcing
up,
you
back up.
to expand
Back
is
up.
not the
Slow
right.
down. You want me to do this mid-season. I wasn't turning down stuff in November.
I'm not saying you were.
I know, but you said, why haven't I done it already? Because it hasn't arisen yet.
Last year, we were talking about you getting another trailer.
Yep.
Okay. You would have had to upgrade your smoker then.
And that was going to be a whole different deal than what we're talking about now. That was going to be a festival trailer where we could do 2 different lines at the same time with 2 different service areas.
Correct.
That is not even close to what this would be. Yeah, I'll pull that thing out for fucking lunches every day and make $500 every lunch. I have no problem doing it. Because I can put one person there doing a $500 lunch for $13 an hour for 3 hours. That's $50. And
But you still have to,
$75 worth of food.
you still have to upgrade your capacity.
I can fit more on the smoker I have. We're not cooking to capacity every day for lunch. Stop moving back and forth.
I'm sorry. I'm trying. My leg is fucking hurting. Okay, so I don't have a. It's supposed to be elevated and it's not elevated.
Well,
I guess what I'm saying is if you have been turning down this much guaranteed money.
okay. It's turning down everything, Skippy. It's not just guaranteed money. I don't care about guaranteed money as much as you do. I have no problem rolling out for lunches at spots that are a crapshoot.
I don't have a problem doing that either because I've done it.
Well, you're saying it's only if I'm turning down that much guaranteed money. I'm turning down that many opportunities of spots that we know are good.
I'm saying you had mentioned that you were turning down catering.
Yes,
because
that is also the thing. I didn't say I was turning down that. The reason I want to expand is because of catering, but we can also double our catering amount.
Correct. You could double your catering amount without buying another trailer.
Okay.
For a lot less money.
Okay.
Why not do that? Why not start with that? Use your catering money to buy a new trailer or another one.
Why don't I just buy a new trailer and double the catering? Why can't I do both at the same time?
Because it's more money. And you can use one to pay off the other. Or
I can just buy both and do it.
You already don't have the space, so then what are you going to do? It's easier to hide another smoker. It's not easy to hide another trailer.
I don't need to hide shit.
No,
because
hide's not the right word. I'm joking. Okay, I'm your. I guess how you said it did not make enough sense to me.
Skippy, we have locations we have done in the past that we are not doing this year. That are not bad locations. Solid, steady locations. $600, $700, $800 lunches every time. We didn't even come close to touching them. I could easily fill another schedule with lunches.
Then why don't you reanalyze? Hold on. Why don't you reanalyze your schedule? Sorry. Go ahead.
Because we don't have slow lunch locations. That's what I'm saying. There's nothing I would take off to replace them. Otherwise, I would have already.
Okay, that's where I was getting at. I don't know.
Oh my God.
You're telling me that you have all these damn good lunch locations that you can't fill. I didn't know if you had ones that weren't, because we've talked and you've had ones that have not been that good.
Of course, people have bad days.
Okay.
Every location has a bad day.
As long as they're not all bad days.
Okay. Skippy, would I still be going to them if they were?
I give places 2 times.
Okay.
Okay. Good.
Would I still be going to them if we were doing $100 lunches every time?
No.
Okay. There is no room in my schedule, which is why I did a Monday catering today and why I have another one coming up.
Good.
There's no room. I can't take stuff off. Do you know how much negotiating I had to do to take the one that you gave me? It was hours of conversation with our lunch location.
Oh. Made it sound like it was easier. Sorry.
I moved 3 things to fit in the one thing. Because I was trying to help you, but apparently you were just trying to help me, and if that was the case, it would go through the trouble. But thank you for the job. I didn't want you to have to cancel something and leave somebody high and dry. Was what I thought you were trying to avoid.
I would never do that anyway. So if it wasn't you, it would have been somebody else. But I trusted you. If you were full, you could have told me you were full.
I did tell you I was full. And you said, can't you just move something? No. There's not a single spot on my calendar where there's an empty spot outside of Mondays.
Should have had it going on Monday.
I would have done it. But I could easily fill 200 more lunch locations. And even if they're all $500, it's still $100,000 in sales.
Could you fill the same amount of dinner locations?
I don't need to.
But you do.
No, I don't. Why do I? Why do I need to fill the dinner locations?
So
Why
you're
can't I
only
just fill the
gonna,
lunch?
so now you're only going to have a trailer go out for lunch every day?
Maybe. Why not?
All right. I didn't think that hasn't been the business model yet. Didn't know you'd start a new one.
For my current trailer, yes, that goes out because I have locations for dinner. I'm not going to go necessarily seek out another 200 dinner locations, but it's available if something comes up. How many last second opportunities do you see that you can't fill come through on Facebook?
Couple. Yeah.
Someone canceled, I need a truck for this Saturday. Someone canceled, I need a truck for Thursday.
Okay, so it's a new business model then. You're only doing lunch in that one.
I didn't say that.
Oh.
I didn't say it has to go out for lunch and dinner every day.
Okay.
It's a food truck that's going to go serve when we have opportunity to serve, just like my current trailer does. I have opportunities to serve every day, lunch and dinner this year. We were almost off this coming Sunday. We were just going to take the day off because we had a cancellation.
Probably should have.
An opportunity came up. We took it.
Didn't you say it was dead?
No, this coming up Sunday.
Oh, coming up. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about Newega. Okay.
Dead by Newego standards. We still made money.
Okay. Listen. It's you made a statement that didn't make sense, and I'm trying to clarify that statement. Is all.
I'm just confused how it didn't make sense. That's all. When I'm turning things down every day, that leads me to believe that there is room for growth, that we could run another trailer.
But your things,
or another opportunity to maybe have a commissary where we can cook more food and deliver food.
Sure, I could see that.
I said we were going to be forced to expand. You assumed it was a trailer.
Because that's all you've been talking about. Talked about it at length, ad nauseum last year for...
I'm pretty sure last week, Monday, we talked about me looking at a property.
Correct. You said, but I believe you said that a lot would have to go right for it to work out.
I also remember us talking a couple of months ago about the opportunity that has passed at Wiseman Distillery. I've never had that kind of opportunity off the table, and we've talked about it on air.
Yeah, I understand. I get it.
But you jump to a trailer automatically.
I jumped to what you said. All you said was, I'm turning down stuff every day.
I know. And I said, even if I did a $500 lunch, and you said that doesn't pay for the trailer. And I had never said the word trailer before that.
It doesn't pay rent either. I mean,
it does. I got a building for $1,200 a month. I could probably move in next week.
Well, get after it. It's a lot of work.
What's a lot of work? Parking at a building?
Just a building in general.
And having a smoker at it?
No, that part be easy. Once it's done, it's easy. Getting there is...
Nothing needs to be done for me to park 2 trailers there, or park a trailer there and have a couple smokers there. I don't necessarily need a prep inside the building. I just need property.
Let's get your property then.
Why don't you worry about your cafe first?
I will. I am.
Or maybe hiring a person, for fuck's sake.
We'll get there.
Uh-huh.
I see more with what you could do now that you're not. and it has nothing to do with lunches.
Okay. I know. I could easily double my catering if I had a brick and mortar.
You could double your catering if you had a
No, I
bigger
can't.
smoker.
No, I can't, Skippy, because I can only hold so much fucking hot food. Where do you want me to store hot food?
In your warmer?
Okay, when that's full.
Just rotate. Rotate to Cambros. That's what they're there for.
Oh, Jesus Christ, yeah. Yep. That sounds efficient.
Are we talking efficient? Or are we talking about making money? We can do both.
Me rotating 20 pans in and out of Cambros is not my idea.
No, I'm talking
worthwhile.
about I'm talking about when you have you fill your warmer full of meat. Okay, you got 18 pans in there.
Okay.
To throw meat in, right?
Mm-hmm.
The fact that you cook in pans take up more room anyway.
You can fit 18 pans in your warming cabinet. 18 rows.
It's a 36. It holds 36. You can fit half.
No, I never counted.
If you use half pan too.
Well, I can't fit pork, but I have to put another slot in between.
So you put those in there.
A whole pork butt doesn't fit in there. You have to add another slot.
But you can fit three pork butts per full pan, though.
If you're doing them in full pans, but I'm doing them in half pans. You just said half pans. Now you're switching to full pans.
However you do it. But yes, I can fit 18 in there.
My warming cabinet's full on a busy roadside day. Full.
Yeah, but that includes your sides, right? I'm just talking about meat. I'm just
talking about cheese. Okay, I still serve. Mac and cheese is served at every one of our catering jobs.
I understand. Why are you getting all heated? I wasn't done yet.
Okay, continue.
So then you process your meat, chop, slice, whatever you're doing, and put it in each one of your Cambros that's going off to wherever you're delivering food at. Then
how long does your food stay hot in your Cambro?
4 or 6 hours.
Hot or warm?
Serving temperature.
So
I keep it. I keep a dot in there all the time.
So from the time you pull the pork butt out,
my original SOPs were with Cambros.
Okay, I'm not saying it can't be done. So you're saying that you will pull a pork butt out of your warming cabinet, shred it, and then put it directly in the Cambro, and it's good for 6 hours without going back in your warming cabinet.
If I'd hold it for 6 hours, but I'd hold it for 4, no problem.
Okay, continue. Then what? Then I can finally start making mac and cheese?
Yeah.
Which takes me 2 hours.
Well, that's your problem.
No, it's not. How is it my problem?
Okay, so you get another warmer. Put it in your trailer. You got enough electrical room now.
No, I don't.
Oh, it's got to be rewired.
I have 0 room in my trailer, both physical room and electrical room. How would I have more room now? Because of the Predator? That thing's near capacity with everything I'm running in there.
Just still don't get it, but
I have an electric steam table. You don't.
I understand. I know what your I had an electric steam table, and I still ran it just fine.
Mine runs fine too.
Yeah.
I don't know that I can plug in more heating elements and it still be fine.
Possible.
What's possible? That it's not fine?
No, that's not fine. I get it.
I like to flicker when the AC kicks on and off, or when all 3 of them kick on at the same time.
Then you just get a little trailer and put 15 warmers in it. I don't know what to tell
you. No, I was wrong, so tell me how to fix it. You had all these great ideas. Come on, Skippy.
I have the great ideas, and you can definitely execute them.
How about this? How about I grow my business the way I see fit, and you can do the same with yours?
Absolutely. So no more harping on me for not hiring somebody yet.
I wasn't harping on you at all today. Not once did I harp on you.
Today. Okay. Folks, you can go back through the archives.
I didn't say I didn't do it last week.
But I don't need to.
Okay,
That's the thing.
that's
It's not
fine.
it's for you.
That's
It's a
fine.
need. For me, it's not a need
I don't need to. I want to.
because you don't want to work the trailer by yourself. You're too busy. Whatever the case may be. I don't know. I'm not
Because
busy enough.
I can provide a better level of service with 2 people.
Yeah.
You are better than I am, Skippy.
I don't know if that's the case.
I think so.
I think
I
we
can't.
just
I couldn't do it by myself. I wouldn't want to. Every day. I don't know how those that do it. But I am not strong enough to do it.
I
So
think you are.
good for you. I am not.
You are.
I wouldn't do it, Skippy. No,
Oh.
I wouldn't do it.
I understand, but it doesn't mean you're not strong enough to do it.
For 200 days a year? No, I'm not. None of it sounds that doesn't even come close to sounding appealing to me. It would make me not do the trailer, is what that would do.
So if Chris quit, you'd be.
I replace him. I already have. I have 2 other people.
Chris, if you just understood that, he said you are absolutely replaceable.
Everybody is. If anybody thinks they're not, they're fooling themselves. And it's probably time for them to go as it is.
No. I'm not starting a mutiny on your truck. Jesus.
No, I'm not saying Chris shouldn't be on the trailer. He also knows that he's replaceable because has common sense. Which is why he doesn't act like a fool on the truck and do dumb shit just because he thinks he's irreplaceable.
True. I don't think
he came from a certain generation where he doesn't feel entitled to the job.
That's good. That's absolutely good.
And if there are people that do that and think they are, they can go find themselves another job because I don't need them working for me.
But thankfully, nobody on your current roster thinks that way. Anyway, 6:32.
Mm-hmm.
Hour and a half. Let's end with where are you for the month? Where are you sales-wise?
Oh. A lot-ish.
Good.
July. 32.
32. And it's now the 22nd, so we have...
I'm sorry, 33.
Okay, so you have basically a week and 2 days. Mm-hmm. So what's that? Yeah, do you work today?
45.
That's what you're going for.
That's what we'll be at.
Is that a goal or is that a guarantee?
I'd say it's probably pretty solid.
Hit 50.
That's not happening.
Hit 50.
We will not have enough food on the trailer any of those days for that to happen. Unless we see a very convincing...
You only need 15 grand
trend.
more.
Unless we see a very convincing trend.
I mean, if you do $2,000 a day, that's 16.
Sure is. Which would still put us short of 50.
You said you're at 34.
33.
Oh, sorry. Whatever. 2,100 a day.
Yeah, I'm not saying 2,000 is not possible. A day. I don't see it with the current trends of roadside stuff. And we don't have a lot of private events happening. We have
Shoot for the stars.
I'm not shooting for the stars. I'm just saying
make it your best July ever.
It is going to be the best July ever.
By a long shot.
No, I'm just
July,
okay with it.
After this July will be your favorite month ever.
I'm just okay with it being a better July than last July. Because we have a couple half days in the last 10 days. So I understand what my schedule is and what we can expect from the locations, which means that we don't have a lot of wasted food anymore.
I hope you sell out every day.
I hope so too. It would be awesome if we did. And that is a possibility. I'm not saying it's not possible for us to sell out every day. I'm saying that we're probably not going to have $2,000 worth of food on the trailer every day. We're not tomorrow. For 100%, we're not going to tomorrow. Because we have a dinner location that I'm not 100% sold on. And maybe it'll surprise me tomorrow. Maybe it won't. I don't know. But we're going to err on the side of not being surprised. And if we sell out of food, we sell out of food.
So how much are you cooking tomorrow?
We got 3 good-sized pork butts that are, I think, 10 pounds each raw, so 30 raw. And then probably about the same in brisket, 30 raw.
So 3 and 2?
If we were to sell everything and it not be super by the pound heavy, it's probably a 1,700.
Still doing rib tips?
Yep.
How many ribs are you going to do tomorrow?
3. Those could be gone at lunch.
How many ribs do you do daily?
3 to 6. Mostly 3 these days because our rib sales are down this year now that we have rib tips. Mm-hmm. So we'll sell out of rib tips and not necessarily sell out of ribs. So,
how'd your mac rib go?
It was delicious. Both times.
Good for you. On that note, let's wrap up this clam bake.
I have not smoked any pot today.
I don't know what that has anything to do with anything.
You said a clam bake.
Yeah, that's a New England thing.
You go in a car and you roll up all the windows.
It's a hot box.
Only clam bake.
No, clam bake is based out of New England. It's
I understand clams. An actual clam bake is, but there's also other meanings to words. They call them double entendres.
Okay. Well,
kind of like there's other things that are considered hot boxes that aren't a bunch of people inside of them smoking pot.
All right, then.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right, Skippy. I hope you continue to recover well. I can't wait to talk to you again next week after all my sellouts.
Mm-hmm. At least we'll have a topic next week, so that's good. I'll have a topic, everybody.
What will your topic be?
The famous Dave's barbecue cook-off.
Oh, okay. Well, good. I'm happy that you are going to be out competing.
I have somebody that will come. Sorry, don't mean to get all close and
extreme close up.
I do have really blue eyes on his.
Oh my god.
I do have somebody coming that will pull my trailer. We're going to compete it together, so I should have. The worst thing about this, by the way, last thing I'll let everybody go. It's hard to sleep with a straight leg. Like, to get comfortable, like, it is very hard to sleep. I finally took like 2 sleeping pills last night and got like 6 hours of sleep.
Are you normally curled up in a ball?
I'm a side sleeper for sure. And I've tried to, if I just lay down, the back of my leg, it just starts burning because it can't stretch out or it can't curl. So I have to sleep in my easy chair, but the sleeping pills did help last night.
Well, good.
Anyway, sorry. Hope everybody has a great day.
Have a great week, everybody. Skippy, keep improving your health. I am proud of you. I'm glad it's going well so far. Keep up the good work. And we'll talk to everybody next week. It should be normal time, 9 o'clock, so I think. Yeah. I don't foresee that being different next week. So
nope.
I know Skippy doesn't have anything going on. So
nope.
When do you start physical therapy?
I don't know.
Okay. You got a couple weeks still.
I believe after week 4.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Hopefully I get 30 degrees next week. 30 degrees. Pray for 30 degrees next week.
It sounds cold.
And that's what I need. That's what I need in mobility is 30. Actually